the character have on the bathroom? What is she wearing? So what should our sisters be wearing? Dresses, right? Y'all sisters are how old? How old are y'all sisters? 14. I know y'all used to watch Disney, right? Everybody watch Disney movies. Have you ever seen The Princess and the Frog with anything other than a dress? What she always got on? So what are y'all sisters are supposed to be wearing every day? A dress, right? So our sisters should be wearing dresses, not just on the Sabbath day, not just on Mondays, not just on Tuesdays, but every day of the week, y'all should have on modest dresses, right? And what's a modest dress? Not something to show your figure, right? There's a lot of perverts and freaks out here, right? Diddy boys, right? You don't want to be caught out here with the Diddy boys. They freaks, right? Y'all want to be covered up, modest, not for everybody's eyes to behold, right? Because we're your brothers, we should behold your figure, right? We should want to understand that y'all serve the Lord by your attire, right? Finish that off. Continue on. Neither shall a man put on a woman's garment. I know I don't gotta tell you that, Elder. I know I don't gotta tell you that. For what? For all that do so. For all that do so are abomination unto the Lord thy God. So if y'all sisters choose to wear pants or continue to wear pants, y'all will be an abomination unto the Lord. Right? The Lord will detest that. He'll hate that. Right? He'll cast you out from his presence. Right? How many times have y'all read about sisters going missing? We read about that every day. I'm not from Indianapolis, I'm from Baltimore. In DC, they still looking for those millions of little sisters that went missing. And I guarantee you, they ain't have on a modest dress, they was showing their figure, right? These commandments are here to protect us, right? The Lord said, such as keep it shall live. But if you don't keep it, what's the opposite of living? Death. Death, and we don't want y'all to die. Because the Lord is not the Lord of the dead, but the God of the living. Right. And the only way to be living is to have the breath of life breathed into you, which is the law, statutes, and commandments. So young sisters, I'm begging you through the Spirit of the Lord to get you some dresses. For every dress you buy, throw away a pair of pants. Sister, you too, right? Oh, it's too much? Here, come out the street, sister, we don't want you to get hit. Right? Brothers, be careful. Don't walk this way with the smoke. Bump yourself. Right? So, sister, for every pair of pants that you have, I need you to buy 2 dresses. Right? Can you do that for the Lord?
Yes, sir.
All praises to the Most High. Now, on the bottom of the dresses, there's supposed to be another piece of attire on there.
A slip.
A what?
A slip.
A slip? I mean, not too high up, sister. Remember, you don't want to show your figure.
I know, they're supposed to be under your knees.
Right, okay, yeah. I said down to your
ankle. I
ankle.
said a slip. That's old school.
Oh, I got you. Thought you said a slit up here. Okay, I got you. Operation Most High. Yeah, you can do that, right? To make sure that your figure's not showing. But there's also something that has to be at the bottom of your dresses, right?
He's right here, sis.
Numbers 15 and 38.
Fringes.
Speak unto the
Fringes.
children of Israel.
Fringes.
Now, who are the children of Israel? Us. There we go.
And bid them
That means command them. This for you too, Elder.
that they make them fringes.
They make them what?
Make them fringes.
One more time.
And make them fringes
We have to wear fringes
in the borders of their garments.
at the bottom of your dresses. You're supposed to wear fringes. And Elder, at the bottom of your shirt, you're supposed to have what? Read it one more time.
That they make them fringes.
That they do what?
That they make them fringes.
What's supposed to be at the bottom of your shirt, Elder? Fringes.
Right.
Fringes. Fringes. One more time, Elder. We gotta get the right answer from you. Right?
That they make them fringes
They make them what, Elder? Fringes, there you go.
in the borders of their garments throughout their generations.
That means your children, your children's children, right? They're supposed to have fringes. What's supposed to be at the bottom of your dresses, sister? Say it, sister, if you got the answer. Go ahead. Fringes, there you go, sister. There you go, sister. But not just the fringes, there's more too.
And that they put upon the fringe of the borders a ribbon of blue.
So it has to be a ribbon of blue on your fringes. You see the brother right there with the camera next to you? Gold fringes with the ribbon of blue. Right? That feels like royalty, don't it? That is royalty, sister. Right? Gold always looks good on royalty. That's why all the Israelites always got the gold fringes. Because it looks good on us. and because it's a commandment of the Lord. So from this day forward, no more pants, only dresses with fringes. And they have to be modest, right? What can we eat?
No pork.
Uh-huh.
No seafood.
Right.
Gator.
There you go. And what's today, sister? The Sabbath day, right? And what tribe do you come from, sister? Come up and look again. All right, come up and look again, sister. Issachar. So you would say I'm an Israelite from the tribe of Issachar. Say it in the mic.
I'm an Israelite from the tribe of Issachar.
Now, young sisters, come on, y'all gotta pay attention. This much better than the stuff y'all see on Instagram or TikTok. Grab a flyer, sister. You heading out?
Yes, I gotta go get my grandson.
Okay, one more question before you leave. And we're gonna come back to y'all, sisters. Who is this man right here? The orange. That's Jesus? Would you put a bet on that that's Jesus? That's a white man, right? Now surely the Lord has the image of what our Lord and Savior looks like, right? I'm sure the Bible has the answers, right? Let's go to Revelation 1:1.
This is Revelation chapter 1 and verse 1. The revelation of Jesus Christ, which God gave unto him to shew unto his servants things which must shortly come to pass.
This is a revelation, right? You know what it means to reveal something? We all used to watch Scooby-Doo, right? That last part of the scene and they rip the mask on, that's revealing. That's what Revelation is. It's revealing what's going to happen in these days that we're living in right here. Right? Let's go to verse number 13. Right, this is the last one, sister. We'll let you go on your way.
It's Revelation 1 and 13. And in the midst of the seven candlesticks, one like unto the Son of Man.
In the midst of the seven candlesticks, right? It's a menorah. I know you've seen what a menorah looks like, right? Anybody got a menorah chain on? Or a menorah on their shirt? There you go, sister. That's what I'm talking about. Sister on fire, man. Right, in the midst of the seven candlesticks, one like it to the Son of Man, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. But there's no J in Hebrew, right? The J is only about 500-600 years old. His real name would be Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Shai. Right, you gotta cover your head when you say it. I'm gonna walk you through it. Yahweh Shai. There we go. Yahweh Shai. Right? That's who the world innately calls Jesus Christ.
Right.
That's his true name. Right? Nobody's scared of Jesus. Right? Everybody thinks of Jesus, he's coming to hug the kids, give them hugs, play with little lambs. But when somebody says Yahweh Shai is here, that's way more fearful. That puts fear in your heart. That makes your belly tremble. Right? It makes you clench up a little bit. Right?
God continue on. One like unto the Son of Man, clothed with a garment down to his foot.
And on a long garment. Right? We used to wear long, beautiful garments. Not these pants and shirts made of nothing. Right? These were hundreds of $1,000s of garments. Right?
And girt about the paps with a golden girdle.
The gold WWE belt. Right? What did I say he looks good on royalty? Gold. Right? Can that white man right there with them horns wear gold and we be pressed out with it? Are we gonna fan out over a white man wearing gold? We might try to take it from him and give it to a deserving person, right? You can't see that man wearing gold, right?
His head and his hairs were white like wool.
So he had white woolly hair. That's what?
As white as snow.
What color is his hair? His hair is white? Dirty, blonde, and nasty, right? That's strike one.
As white as snow.
Is it white? Is it woolly? Like a sheep? No, that's strike two.
And his hair, and his eyes were as a flame of fire.
What color are his eyes? That would be strike three, but let's say he get another at bat. Let's see.
And his feet.
Right, sister, you got on slippers. We can see your feet. You don't got green feet, do you? You don't got blue feet. It's the same color as your body, right?
And his feet like unto fine brass.
What color is fine brass? Caramel, brown, right? Brown.
As if they burned in a furnace.
Now, does he look like his feet would have been burned in a furnace? What'd you say? What you not saying, sister? Hell no. Hell no. That's the imposter and the devil that the Bible speaks of. Right? The so-called white man put that image in front of us, so we look at them and we think of them as God. When we don't look at our brothers and think of them as God. Right? They're the real gods of the earth. Give me Psalms 82:6. The Lord told us that we're the gods of the earth. The Lord told us that we're the powers of the earth. How the slave masters scared of the slaves? It's because we had the true power. The Most High Yahweh in His name, in the name of His only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai. Who, yeah, they'll be here next Saturday, right? All the QR information is on that code right there, right? Come back out here and speak with the brothers, right, sister? All right, make sure you have a dress though with fringes on. All praises to the Most High, right? All right, young sisters, y'all grab a flyer, all right? Y'all be safe out there. Y'all got one? Okay, y'all sisters be safe out here, all right? Watch y'all backs and make sure y'all get some dresses on.
Thank you.
Right? Baba Kishar. Right? All praises to the Most High, man. Right? All praises to the Most High, man. I'm saying. I got 8 minutes, but I want to go into destruction, man. Let's talk about the destruction of our enemies, man. Let's talk about the death and the destruction that we're going to witness, man. Let's go to 2nd Esdras chapter 15 and start at verse number 28, man. Because in the spirit of Passover, the Most High destroyed the Egyptians, right? And we're in Egypt all over again, man. So we're going to see the destruction of the Egyptians all over again. And we're going to rejoice, right? We're going to stand on the sea of glass if it be of the Lord's will. And we're going to rejoice as we see every single brother out here, their boss get burnt, right? That cop that pulled them over get burnt. That teacher that tried to fail them get burnt. Right? That Edomite coach that didn't let him play because his son was on the team get burnt. Right? Whoever y'all mad at that's not of Israel, we're going to see them get burnt. Right? Bring that up.
2nd Esdras chapter 15 and 28. Behold, a horrible vision, and the appearance thereof from the east.
So that horrible vision and that appearance that's coming is our salvation. Right? They call them UFOs. They call them, what's that? Ancient alien hunters. Right? We call it the chariots of the Lord. Right? Jump down to verse 37.
Verse 37. And there shall be great fearfulness and trembling upon earth, and they that see the wrath shall be afraid.
So they're going to see the wrath of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, and they're going to be terrified. They're not going to know what to do, man. They're not going to know if they want to fight against the Lord. They're going to try to run. They're going to try to do all these things that the Lord put in their spirit to do just for His magnification, man. Just so He can be anointed and we scream His name at the top of our lungs, right?
And trembling shall come upon them, and then shall there come great storms from the south.
There's going to come great storms from the south. Let me get 2nd Esdras 13 and start in verse number 2. Right?
2nd Esdras chapter 13 and verse 2.
Because when you see a storm coming, what comes with a storm? Clouds. Clouds come with the storm. Right? Bring it up.
And lo, there arose a wind from the sea, that it moved all the waves thereof. And I beheld, and lo, that man waxed strong with the thousands of heaven. And when he turned his countenance to look, all the things trembled that were seen under him.
All the things are going to tremble that the Lord looks upon. Right? Give me Habakkuk chapter 3 and start at verse number 2. Everything that the Lord sets His eyes upon is ashes and dust. It's death and destruction. It's woe and gnashing of teeth, man. There's no salvation like the salvation that the Lord is coming with, man. It ain't going to be no, remember when we got delivered from Egypt with the 10 plagues? We're going to talk about the deliverance from Babylon the Great. From now into eternity, man. I have dreams about salvation. I have dreams about salvation. Keep going, kid.
And whensoever the voice went out of his mouth, all they burned that heard his voice.
So everything is going to burn when the Lord yells His shout. And the destruction and the bolts and the ashes and the smell of dust. It's going to be beautiful, man. I can't even describe it, man. How the hell did the prophets describe this, man? Right, let's get Habakkuk chapter 3 and start at verse number 1, man.
This is Habakkuk chapter 3 and verse 1. A part of Habakkuk the prophet upon Shiganah. And, O Lord, I have heard thy speech and was afraid. O Lord, revive thy work in the the midst of the years.
So Habakkuk is saying, revive thy works in the midst of the years. What's the works of the Lord? Deliverance for the children of Israel, man. Revive those works that put fear into the heathens again, man. I don't want to see heathens walking up and down on the Sabbath drinking smoothies any longer, man. I want to see my heathens in subjection, man. When I say jump, what they gonna say? How high? If I say hold your breath, what they gonna say? How long? If I say I want something to drink, they're gonna say how many cups, man. That's what we want to see, man. And that's why we striving for perfection. That's why we putting our hands to the mill to make sure we're worthy to be saved, man. Keep going, kid.
In the midst of the years, make known. In the wrath, remember mercy.
In the Lord's wrath, remember mercy. The Lord is going to be doing so much destroying, you're going to think that the Lord isn't merciful. Right? You're going to think that the Lord isn't merciful at all, man. All these trees are going to be burnt up. This wicked monument where they talked about destroying our brothers from Issachar is going to be burnt up, man. I'm sick of the disrespect to the Northern Kingdom, man. I can't wait until we have the 144,000 sealed and they see what the true Issacharites are really about, man. Tired of the disrespect, man. All these mighty brothers from Issachar up here, man. We tired of the disrespect. I didn't see y'all over there. How y'all doing, family? All praises to the Most High. Come on up. Y'all amongst family. Y'all, we want y'all to see these signs up here. Right? How y'all doing, family? Right? The water, King. So this sign right here, be careful there, young brother. We want y'all to see the signs. Right? So we out here to teach our people, the so-called blacks, the so-called Hispanics, the so-called Native Americans, who we are in these last days. Right? Because black is just the color of all these brothers' shirts out here. Right? What's the color of y'all skin? Well, sister, hold your arm up next to that young brother if you don't mind. Is anybody's skin color the same as her jacket? Absolutely not. Right? Because when you think of black, you think of dirty, dingy, disgusting, evil, or wicked. And that's not who we are. Right? So why do they label us as black? Why do they put that stigma upon us? Right? Because they know that we're truly light. And the more you tell somebody that they're wicked, they're dark, they're black, the more that subconsciously starts to gender in their mind, they start to move in that manner. But family, y'all are royalty. Y'all are the children, the sons, and the daughters of the living God. Right? Y'all will be the Israelites according to the Bible. And the next mighty brother up here is going to show y'all exactly who y'all are according to the Bible. Prove yourself.
Prove yourself. Prove yourself. Prove yourself. Prove yourself. What's going on, fam? So what we out here doing is we're teaching our people who we are according to the Bible. And what's your race and your nationality according to the Bible, brother? African American black. Do you find that in the Bible, brother? Not at all. So you gotta ask yourself, who am I according to the Bible? Give me the book of Acts, chapter 5, verse 29. We can't go off of what man says. Man calls you a Negro, man calls you an African American, a Negro, a nigger, right? A spick, an idiot, a gangster. You know, man is liable to call you anything. Bring that up. The book of Acts, chapter 5, and verse 29. Yeah. Peter and the other apostles answered and said, we ought to obey God. We ought to obey God. We ought to obey God rather than men. Rather than men. See, men give you philosophers. They give you doctrines. They give you everything in this world, but they don't give you the living waters, the life according to the scriptures. Give me the book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 3, and verse number 18. Give me the book of 1 Corinthians, right, chapter 2, and verse number 12. Bring that up. 1 Corinthians, chapter 3, and verse number 18. Let no man deceive himself. If any man among you seems to be wise in this world, if any man seems to be wise in this world. See, people believe in all of the doctors, right? All of these Epicureans, all of these philosophers, all of these so-called Christian leaders. Read, let him become a fool, let him abase himself. Understand that I know of nothing. And we all didn't know anything until the Most High gave us knowledge and wisdom. Until the Most High opened the holy books and showed us the truth according to the Bible. Read, that he may be wise, that he may be wise. And brother, this is true wisdom. But the Bible can't be taught to you by your oppressor. It can't be taught to you by the so-called white man. It can't be taught to you by these fake religious leaders, man. It has to be taught to you by the servants of the living God, man. The Israelites according to the Bible. Bro, who was this book given to, brother? Give me the book of Deuteronomy 29 and 29. Who was this book given to? Who did the Lord give his statutes and ordinance, his commandments to, man? Who is his chosen people? Give me the book of Romans chapter 9 and verse 6. Bring that up. The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 29 and verse 29. The secret things belong unto the Lord. The secret things belong unto the Lord our God. But those things which are revealed belonging unto us, to our children forever. To our what? To our children forever. What is this lineage? To our children forever. The secret things of the Lord belong to the children. Give me the book of Joel, chapter 1 and verse 3. Forever. So this is a lineage thing, bro. Right? You have to come of the loins of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob to be God's chosen people, to be an heir of the promises. Bring that up.
The book of Joel, chapter 1 and verse 3. Tell ye your children.
Tell ye your children. So, brother, as a father, you're commanded by the Holy Bible to teach your children. That's not to teach them to wear a cross, right? Teach them to wear a gown and clap their hands like in some Tyler Perry movie, man. Let's see what the Lord said. Read.
Tell ye your children of it, and let your children tell their children.
Don't let them tell the stranger.
And let your children tell their children.
This is a revolutionary book, bro, about a lineage of people from Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob all the way to your family today. And you have to know your history, bro. Without your history, you're not going to stand strong. You're not going to be rooted. You're going to be liable to think everybody's your friend. You don't have enemies. Give me the classic in the book of Luke, chapter 1 and verse 68. The classic, brother, you have enemies according to the Bible. Did you know that, brother? Who do you think your enemies are? You don't have to be politically correct, bro. Who's shooting us down in the streets? Right, well, who are they, bro? The so-called white. The book of Luke, chapter 1 and verse 68. Blessed be the Lord God of Israel. Blessed be the Lord God of Israel, brother. That's your God, the God of Israel. Yahweh is his name. Right? For he hath visited and redeemed his people. Read. And have raised up a horn of salvation for us in the house of his servant David, as he spake by the mouth of his holy prophets, which have been since the world began. So you hearing that, brother? That the horn of salvation is only raised to one lineage of people, right? From Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, which are the Israelites according to the Bible. Give me the book of Exodus, chapter 9 and verse 27. Give me the book of Exodus, chapter 10 and verse 21. Right, we're going to go inside of this. Give me first Esdras, matter of fact, second Esdras, chapter 1 and verse number 6. Bring that up. That we should be saved from our enemies. From our what? From our enemies. From our enemies. From our enemies. So there's a people in the Bible, the Israelites, that have to be saved from their enemies. Who are the enemies during the time of the New Testament? Who are ruling over the Israelites during the time of the New Testament? Brother, the Romans. Who are the Romans today? The so-called white man. Right. Capital of Italy, man. Right. The so-called white man, literally in the scriptures. Who whipped the Lord, man? Who scourged the Lord? Who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ? Pontius Pilate, man. So who was he? A so-called white man. Roman governor. And scourged him to his back broken open, man. An innocent so-called black man. So when you go inside of this book, right, even the heathens, which are the other nations, they know that they're wicked. Give me Exodus chapter 9 and verse 27.
Exodus chapter 9, verse 27.
This is Pharaoh. This is who the world wants to believe, right, is the king of all of the earth. Who everyone wants to walk in his image and call themselves Egyptians. Read.
And Pharaoh sent to call for Moses and Aaron, and said unto them, I have sinned this time. The Lord is righteous, and I and my people are wicked. Are wicked. Are wicked.
They're saying that they're wicked, man. Only the people of God are righteous, man. Only the Israelites are righteous. And I and my people are wicked, man. Who do you think those ancient people were that walked through the Red Sea? Who do you think those people were? Where the Lord performed all the miracles, all of the 10 mighty plagues, man, all of the signs and wonders to their lineage and their children forever and ever to this very day, brother. It's us, man. It's the reason why we shine. It's the reason why we're strong. It's the reason why we're faster than all the other nations. We're more talented. We rap, we sing. Everything we prevail in, we do it better than all these other nations, man. There's nobody on the face of this earth that's better than you, King. Bring that up.
This is the book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 1 and verse 6. Because the sins of their fathers are increased in them, for they have forgotten me. They have what? They have forgotten me.
We've forgotten the Lord, man. We don't know the Lord's name. We think it's Jesus Christ. We think it's God. Or we think it's Lord. These are titles. Or we don't even know the Lord's name, bro. See, the Lord's ancient name in the ancient Paleo Hebrew is Yahweh. Can you say that, brother? Yeah, can you take your hat off and reverence the Lord? Let's clap it up for the brother. In his first name, the world inwardly called Jesus Christ. Read the book of Revelation, chapter 1 and verse 13. Right? It's not a so-called white man. But this is not the Lord. Right? The Lord's name is Yahweh Shah. That's the son's name. Or read that again from the top, King.
Book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 1 and 6. Because the sins of their fathers are increased in them, for they have forgotten me.
forgotten the Lord.
And I have offered unto strange gods. I am not. Even he that brought them out of the land of Egypt.
He brought us out of the land of Egypt.
Read, from the house of bondage.
The what?
From the house of bondage.
What do you think bondage means, brother? The Lord brought us out of a house of bondage. When we were slaves, they had taskmasters over us, man. We built up treasure cities, piped them and Ramses. They afflicted us and they beat us, man. Everywhere in this book, you have a captivity and a captivity and a captivity. Where the children of Israel have been put in slavery over and over and over, man. Now read that.
The book of Revelation, chapter 1, verse 13. And in the midst of the 7 candlesticks, one light unto the sun of man.
Now this is a description of what the Lord calls, or the world called Jesus Christ. And read.
Clothed with a garment down to the foot.
So the Lord, he had a long garment on all the way down to his foot. Read.
And girt about the pouch with a golden girdle. His head and his hairs were white like wool.
White like wool. Who has woolly hair, bro? You do, King. You got woolly hair, man. So you made in the Lord's image, man. You will look like the Lord. Read.
As white as snow. And his eyes were as a flame of fire. And his feet,
I would get to the skin complexion of the Lord. Now his feet,
like unto fine brass, as if they burned in the furnace.
I thought was our Lord.
As if they burned in the furnace.
As if they burned in the furnace. Right? What skin complexion is that? You take brown and bronze and you put it inside of a furnace. What color would that be, brother? Dark brown, man. So according to the Bible, you're made in the Lord's image, man. How did that make you feel you're a son of God? You're the chosen. You could be the elect, brother. We don't know, man. It could be that brother we waiting on to get the hell out of here, man. For salvation, to redeem us, man. Through the land of our captivity. But it's one thing you got to do, brother. One very important thing. What do you think you have to do to serve the Lord? What you say, brother? That's a great answer. But you also have to keep the commandments. See, this book isn't just a book with all of these pages, right, going into all of these parables, all these dark sayings, for all of these things just to give you, just, I just read whenever I feel like it. This is a book that you have to unlock through the Spirit to be able to go inside of these laws, these commandments, these statutes, and keep them according to the Bible. You're commanded to keep the laws. Right, give me the book, right, of John, chapter 7 and verse 49. Give me the book of Psalms, chapter 119, right, and verse number 44. It's the book of John, chapter 7, and verse number 49. But this people who know it not the law, this people that knoweth not the law, are cursed. What? Are cursed. Are cursed, man. That's in the New Testament and in the Old Testament. Literally, it says this people that don't know the law, they're cursed, man. Why do you think these atrocities happen to us? Why are we always poor at the bus stops, asking for help, strung out on drugs, don't know our mothers, don't know our fathers, always oppressed, always locked up, don't have any money in your pockets, you're all out in the range, you're sick, you're on drugs. Why do you think these things befall our people? Does it happen to the Chinese people? Does it happen to the Arabians? Does it happen to the so-called white man? Why is everybody else flourishing, building thousands of million-dollar companies, man? Having Fortune 500 companies, having wealth in generations, but there are people for over and over generations and years, and we don't have anything to pass down. But debt, man. But troubles. But beef, man. We don't have anything as a nation of people. Bring that up.
The book of Psalms, chapter 119, and verse number 44. So shall I keep thy law continually forever.
Forever.
And ever.
And ever. So you have to keep this law forever and ever. Don't let anybody tell you the laws are done away with. Right? Our Lord kept the law, man. He kept the Passover. He kept the Feast of Dedication. Right? He kept the Feast of Tabernacles. He kept all of these laws that you read about in the New and in the Old Testament, man. Everything that you read about in this book is not null and void to this world today. You don't have to wear fringes. You can do what you want to do. You don't have to keep the Sabbath day. You know what today is, brother, according to the Bible? It's the Passover, man. The high holy day, man. That's why all of these kings is gathered together, man. You got brothers from Memphis. You got brothers from all over, man. Detroit, Indianapolis. You got brothers from DC. You got brothers from Maryland. You got brothers from St. Louis. You got brothers from all over the world came together to teach you today, man. Gather together in the spirit and commemorate and keep the high holy day of the Lord, man. Give me the book of Exodus, chapter 12, and verse 14, man. You're commanded to do that. Give me the book of Zephaniah 2 and 1. Look at Exodus, chapter 12 and verse 14. And this day shall be unto you for a memorial. This is a memorial today, bro. It's not just an average day. You may be taking your kids out on a walk, man. This is a high holy day, man. This is literally a day we got delivered out of Egypt by a mighty hand, man. Where the Lord split the sea and we walked through it with a mighty hand, man. And the chariots and the salvation of the Lord carried us over, man. That's something to cry about. That's something to feel redeemed about, man. That's something to love through the Spirit, man. Well, we don't care about Halloween. We don't care about New Year's. We don't care about Easter. We don't care about the holidays of the so-called white man. We care about our fathers, man. The things our fathers went through, man. What if your father died and wept and got beat, got carried, man? Look at this sign, bro. This is the heritage of our people, man. This is what we went through. And we still standing here today, man. We still prophesy, man. They killed the prophets, but there's more prophets on the earth, man. They killed all the leaders, but we're still here through the Spirit, man. We keep regenerating and keep prophesying through the Spirit. Because you can't stop the will of the Most High. Bring that up.
And you shall keep it a feast unto the Lord throughout your generation. You shall keep it a feast by an ordinance forever.
How long?
Forever.
Passover?
Forever.
How long?
Forever.
Forever, man. Even to this very day. We're reading ordinances and high holy days we got to keep from old to this very day. And you have to know that, King. This is your heritage. You have to know that. What if you forgot how to drive? You forgot how to eat? Forgot how to wash yourself and clothe yourself? That would deter you and overthrow you in this world. How much more spiritually, brother? Or you don't know how to wash yourself spiritually, how to clothe yourself spiritually, how to eat physically, not spiritually. These things will deter you and have you to be in this world, brother. We want to pull you back to the Lord. Give me the classic in the book of Psalms, chapter 23. 23 and verse number 3.
Break it out.
I got one more for you, brother. One more. All right, give me the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 12 and verse 13.
Bring it out.
Psalms, Ecclesiastes, chapter 12 and verse number 13. We're going to give you one more, brother.
Ecclesiastes chapter 12 and verse 13. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter.
Let's hear the whole conclusion of the whole matter. Our brothers are out here while we were created, what the Lord wants from us.
Fear God.
Do what you want to do.
Fear God.
Fear God, Yahweh and Yahweh Shah.
And keep his commandments.
Do what you want to do.
And keep his commandments.
And keep his commandments, brother. According to the Bible, you and your family are Israelites. Repent and keep God's commandments. Let's clap it up for the brother, man. If you ever are back in town, brother, come and see us, brother. We would love to see you through the Spirit. Make sure you get a flyer. I gave you a flyer? All praise to the Most High, man. All praise to the